and I'm going to lay out a palette. How you lay out your palette, laying out your palette is really important. It's important to lay it out in whatever way is most comfortable for you, but do it the same way every time. What I do is I start with white, and I go lighter and warm colors over here, and then I go to cooler. And I always do it the same way. And the reason you want to do that is because when you're sitting here painting, I want to think about what I'm painting. I don't want to think about where my colors are, or where's that red that I needed. I know exactly. It's almost intuitive. I go from here to here. I don't even have to look or take my eyes off the painting, or if I'm painting outside, I can just keep watching what I'm painting. It's also, think about it kind of like doing the dishes. So when you're emptying the dishwasher at home, you take the dishes out and you automatically put them away where they go. It's the same with your colors. You don't have to think. They're there. They're ready to go, and you just have to focus on painting. The rest just becomes natural. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out my palette now, and you can see how I put them together. I don't know if you'll be able to see the white very easily, but as we add colors, another thing to notice is what I like to do is take the color. See how I kind of stretch it this way, looks like a caterpillar. The reason I do that is so that as I'm painting, I can just pull from the end and use the paint at the end. That way it's nice fresh paint here in the back, and I'm not getting a whole puddle of paint and getting it all messy. So I'm going to lay out my palette with little caterpillar looking things all around. And I am going to go ahead and use all 24 colors that are in this line. As I said, if you were outside, you might not need all these colors. You'd find your basic favorites. And also when you paint, I like to tell my students to paint like they're a millionaire. Squeeze out lots of paints so that you don't have to keep going back and putting more out. Some people will just take and they'll put a little pea-sized dollop on there, and you run out so quickly, and you want to be able to paint, to worry about this right here, not worry about refilling your paints continuously. And these are very moderately priced brands, so you can do that. You can put out lots of paint and have fun with it. As you notice, I'm trying to be picky about which way they're going. I really like them to go lighter to darker, and that's why I've kind of got them in an assortment over here for display, and that wasn't quite the way I was going to put them out. So as I put them out, I'm going the lighter to the medium to the darker, and now I'm going to go into the green family. And I put the greens at the end intentionally because these are the primaries, the yellow, the red, and the blue. Now the greens are the secondary, the mixed colors. So I try not to use those. I don't go immediately to those. I use those as highlight colors. I try to mix them first, because the more that you mix your colors from your basic primaries, the more harmony that you're going to have in your paintings. And so these are beautiful greens, but I try to get the basics down first and then go in with these nice luscious greens. And the paint that I'll put at the very end here is the medium green, which is kind of a viridian color. And it's a very strong color, so it'll get away from you if you don't pay attention. It's strong. It doesn't play well with others. It wants all the attention. So try to use this, just minimize how often you use this. And use it for special spots where you want a lot of attention. And I think I have most of the colors. And there is one color that I won't put out here that I don't use, although they have it. And you can use it sparingly, but I don't usually use black because I like to paint like the Impressionists and just use full color. And black has its moments when you can use it if you really need a dark dark, or if you want to change the colors in your paints and you need to dull it down quickly or make something dark, then it is good. But it's nice to learn what colors that you have that will make dark colors instead of using black, because black will just create a nice kind of a flat area in a painting. And it's better to use nice vivid color anytime you can.